I don't feel personally at the moment that there's any need for Marc Guiu to come back to Sunderland. He's a player I actually quite like. I thought he did all right for Sunderland. He's obviously very young, very promising. I did think he struggled up against Sunderland centre-backs who handled him pretty well, to be honest, on Saturday. You know, you always want to add goals to your team. You want to add options. You want to try and improve the team. But for me, I don't think it's necessary in January, and I suspect he'll probably stay with Chelsea, to be honest. I thought it was a big vote of confidence from Maresca, wasn't it, to put him in? He might not have sort of cemented his place in the team, but it's quite clear that they rate him quite highly, the amount he's played in Europe. So for him to get a first Premier League start, he came on at half-time, was it, against Nottingham Forest as well, or in the second half? So it's quite clear that they're planning on using him. However, like Chelsea just tend to drop money like it's going out of fashion, don't they? So if they decide to buy somebody in January, he might find himself out on loan again. But I think it's good that the clubs have got a decent relationship and Sunderland handled that situation well. But I don't know what Phil thinks, but I just, at this moment, can't see it unless somebody gets injured. Unfortunately, I don't see the need for him.
Well, the big thing at the moment is Delap's back in full training this week. So that, I think, is the reason why you see in Maresca and Lebris not completely rule it out, because the reality is that I think Guiu is currently playing the Delap role, right? So in 3 weeks' time, he might be back to getting no minutes. And from Sunderland, Lebris likes him. Why would you sit here now and say, oh, we don't want Guiu back? You know, that's not happening. Because if you mention if Broberry's hamstring goes or Isidore's out for a while or something, then it might make sense. Right now, I would say it has a very, very slim chance because Sunderland have got 3 strikers who they rate. They're all their own players, so they don't want to bring a loanee in to kind of play ahead of these guys. So I just can't see it happening. But there is a very definite reason why nobody is publicly ruling it out, and that's because the reality is if Delap comes back and hits the ground running, Guiu's going to be back to square one, which is the whole point of why he came to Sunderland in the first place. So it's not one you can draw a line through. But I would agree with you, James. At the moment, I would say it's very, very slim because at the moment, I don't think Sunderland have got any appetite to bring in a loanee to stop these guys they've got at the moment getting minutes.
He can only play for Sunderland and Chelsea this season, can't he? Because he's played for 2. So I suppose that we would be the only other option really if he wasn't going to play at Chelsea, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why nobody's saying no chance, and that's why nobody can kind of say. But I would put it very, very unlikely. And